Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Kit Kat, and today is part 2 of our Pink Generation Townhouse. So in the last part, which I'll link down below, we did one side that my sim Hyacinth is going to live in, and then this side is for her sister Rosie. Now Rosie is not the heir of our generation, so there's a little bit more, some decisions that I'm gonna have to make about Rosie. And I do end up kind of like opening up these walls for the house because yeah, I just felt like it was more modern and it kind of made more sense for it to be a bit more open. It does take me a little while to kind of figure out the layout of the living room. Just because I couldn't decide if I wanted like a sectional, if I wanted something in that alcove there, or how I wanted it. So in the end, we end up having like a very modern look on this side. And in that alcove where on the other side there's that little window seat, I put like some photography decor equipment decor. I don't think it's like really equipment, and then I also put up like a curtain there to sort of block it off. It's kind of like she can store stuff over there, but it still looks really cute, and I quite like this side of the house. I don't want to say that I like it better. I think it's just different, so I like that it's a little bit of a variety. It took me some time to figure out that entry wall there. I do use I think it's from that black and gray is from University. And then over here, none of these items are really, functional except for the tripod. And like I mentioned last week, I am thinking about having Rosie join the photography career, at least for a little bit initially, because I feel like she's very fashionable and like cool, which is why this side is very bold and modern. But she needs to have like a photography studio, which I did not give her, so we could have more space for that. So I think I'll put in the back a little studio for her to sit in. It took me a while to figure out the kitchen as well. There's no like specific dining room table on this side of the house. There's just the island to sit at, and I think it ends up looking pretty cool. It just takes me a really long time to figure it out. Just because there's not a ton of space. It's just a bit awkward. And lately I've been using those Dream Home Decorator cabinets a lot. So you might see them more often, or I'm just using them in other builds, but I think that this side just looks really, really sleek and cool and modern. Here I am rearranging it again. I move everything back and just kind of like shift it over. That space in between the kitchen and the living room is kind of unnecessary, but I just made the kitchen slightly bigger to sort of use up that space a bit more, even though it's not super necessary. I do put a pet bowl on this side because I don't have one on the other side, and I want to have a cat. Unfortunately, in our gameplay, we just lost our other cat to old age, so we are currently petless. But I think when I have the girls move into this house, I'll have Hyacinth get a new cat, so that can maybe have that one around for a little while. And we're very close. I'm thinking in this next week, so maybe by the time this posts, we'll actually finish up the girls' life as teens. We'll be able to age them up into teens, which is exciting but also scary because their mom is going to be an elder. For some reason, their birthdays are the same day. So it's a little bit scary. I'm not looking forward to that. Here I am just adding in some some of the clutter and like light switches from the bathroom clutter kit into the Hyacinth side of the house. So downstairs we have the little half bath that I actually cluttered up quite a bit. There's just a lot of boldly colored things that I wanted to use, like this little tray cart. I think it's from Luxury Party, or I think it's Luxury Party, but it's just like, it looked really cool in the bathroom, so I just kind of put that in there. There should be enough room to get around, but I guess we'll find out. And like I said, because this is a build that I'm actually going to be playing in, and I'll link my Twitch channel down below so you can go check that out if you'd like. I just use every pack, basically, is what I was trying to say. That because I'm playing in it, I just use all the packs that I want, which is, I think, at almost probably every pack. So if you check this out on the gallery, it's going to have a lot of packs in it. I'm sorry about that, but because I'm playing in it, I just wanted to have things. I love cluttering, as you know, if you've been here a while. I do love a bit of good clutter. So now I'm just going to clutter up the kitchen because it's looking a little bare in here, a little bit sad. And there's not like a ton of clutter that I add in here, just a little bit to sort of fill it in more and make it seem more lived in, which is the look I like to have. Just put a little plant in the back corner there, and we're about to move to the upstairs, I believe, right after I put in these planks on the wall. I can't remember what they're called, but I think those are the ones from Eco Lifestyle. Here I'm just trying to figure out how to make the kitchen look a little bit more full and interesting. I saw that tapestry and I was like, that matches perfectly, we've got to use it. So I added it in there, added that pink wall, and then upstairs I have that feature wall, that kind of that's from high school years, the honeycomb look, and I really like it. I really like her bedroom as well. There's lots of the mosquito pack in here. It just looks very modern and cool. In one of the screenshots that you'll see at the end, you'll see the curtains that I used from the high school years pack are kind of clipping into downstairs, but in gameplay you won't notice that, so I wasn't too worried about it. I just kind of like shifted it so you could see it. So we give her a desk so that she has somewhere to do her work as well. And the photography career is freelance, so we'll have to work from home, I think, all the time. So she might not stay in that career. She might, I don't know. We're not super concerned about money, so I'm not too worried about it, but I just did 2 of those rugs from the pastel pop kit together just because it's a little small and it gets too big when you size it up. But yeah, her room is just really cool. It's not my like personal style. My personal style is probably like a little bit closer to Hyacinth's, but it's just really cool. So I love this whole house. I think it's really really fun. I really like how it turned out. Again, just cluttering because of course I am. And then this time we'll also finish up the backyard as well. So I think this video is actually a little bit shorter, probably because I didn't have to build the actual structure. But I will add in a little photography studio outside, probably like create a separate building that's kind of like a shed, but it's been converted into the studio for Rosie. Getting some of those Get Famous posters. And Rosie's not like necessarily a very creative sim, but I feel like because she has the iconic trait that's why fashion photographer is like the job that I feel like fits her really well. So I think she's just really cool. She's definitely cooler than I am. We're getting pretty close to being done with the interior, just doing the bathroom for Rosie. Upstairs, she just has a nice tub for like a soaky. If she, needs to shower, she could use her sister's shower. Although you have to go outside to get there, but it's fine. I could potentially like add a door in between their two upstairs spaces. That's probably would be the best place to put the door, just because there's nothing up there. But we'll see what happens if we want it to be that connected or not. Once we're actually in there playing with them. Here you can see I'm making Rosie's side a little bit more messy than Hyacinth's bathroom was. Even though Hyacinth's really creative, she's going to be a neat sim, will be her third trait. Here we go, cluttering up Hyacinth's bathroom a little bit. So I didn't want her side to be too cluttery, but Rosie's can look a little bit messy because she, she's not neat. Specifically neat, so, and I don't know what her third trait will be. We'll see what that is when we get to it. Yeah, I added those little decals from the bathroom clutter kit in there because I thought it was really cute. I haven't used them before, and they really would make like a good kids bathroom decals, but I put it in there because I was like, I really want to use this and it's adorable, so that was my reasoning, and that's fine. So here I'm cluttering up Hyacinth's bathroom a little bit more just to get some of those touches in that I didn't get to add before because like I mentioned in the last video, the bathroom clutter kit came out after I'd already finished Hyacinth's side, so I just redid it. And here we go, we're on the outside now. Shockingly, my cat has not come over to scream at me, so we'll get to see his little image pop up, but that'll be for, the future. I'm just adding like a little bit of architectural features to the build as well. It takes me a bit of time to figure out which fencing I want to use. I even placed some debug fencing initially just for like something that looked a little bit different, but in the end I just use the black fence from Get Together because it just fits a lot better. I even put this back here and like left it there for a minute, but it was just too big, and I don't think it actually behaves like a real fence, so the Sims could technically walk through it. But yeah, I went with the Get Together one because it just seemed to fit better. So we've got a nice big open backyard area for both of the girls. I thought about using the other Get Together one, but I didn't. We really do just stick with this one, but I do make it just a little bit smaller so that it lines up perfectly with the front. And then it's time to start some landscaping. And in on Hyacinth's side, we'll also have a little greenhouse because she will be, gardening, or someone will be. So we have a little greenhouse here. I had to place, the walls first and then delete them to allow me to put the ceiling on there. But I put a little half wall in the back just so that it kind of looks like a, complete structure, and then just a little bit of terrain paint under there. Weirdly, those stones that are just outside the lot, we don't have those exact flooring in game. I mean, I say weirdly, but that's pretty normal. for The Sims. So I picked something that was pretty close. I think it kind of matches. It's not a huge contrast to what's already there. And then just lots of plants getting added in because of course. And if you missed the last video, again, I'll link it below. But this lot is in Henford-upon-Bagley. So lots of cottage living vibes, but we are using a lot of get together in this pack because I think it also fits the style of the world, you know, very English, European. So that bush, the pink one with the pink flowers, is actually from, I think, the Island Living pack. But because it's pink, I wanted to use it because Hyacinth is our pink gen. And I feel like it just works. So lots of flowers back here. These are clearly not the ones we'll be gardening with, but I wanted to add them anyway. I'll add the little bee box right there, the pink one, because the bees help like kind of pollinate our plants. On this side, we add a little hot tub. I do add this conversation pit area. I'm gonna have to figure out what exactly is getting deleted in order to give us a nice, you know, photography studio for Rosie. I might move the conversation pit like over a little bit and maybe in the corner right next to the hot tub. We'll see how that looks. But right now we have a little patio area with some chairs, our grill. I do add a little bit of a like a footpath here. But yeah, we're pretty close to being done. Now I'm just doing some terrain paint. I don't think I add any trees in, but there's really not like a ton of space for that anyway. So again, this is for my Not So Berry Let's Play on Twitch, so please follow me if you want to hang out, if you enjoy gameplay. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, you know, tell me if you liked the two-part build, if you would have preferred it to be a single upload. That, you know, something I could definitely think about in the future. And yeah, just adding some outdoor lights. I'll be back next week with another build, so definitely turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!